Kenya was colonized and it was a protectorate of Britain. When the colonialists came, they grabbed all the arable land across the country, what they call the White Islands. In 1962, at the Lancaster Conference, a discussion that Kenya is becoming independent was discussed, and arrangements were put that when Kenya becomes independent, the former White Islands, the former lands that were snatched from Kenyans, will be returned to Kenyans. But those Wazungus who took those lands must be compensated. Therefore, in 1963, when we attained independence, a trust fund that was funded by the foreigners, Kenya was given money to settle those people. If you walk all over Kenya, there are settlement schemes. You go to Lugari, that's a settlement scheme. You go to Nyansiongo, that's a settlement scheme. You go to all over the country. In total, those settlement schemes are more than 520 in the whole country. Those schemes, the Kenyans who are given those lands, they were given as a loan. They continuously paid. This was against the principle that was negotiated at Lancaster. In Lancaster, money was released, but the Kenyan government decided to give the poor Kenyans that land as a loan. Many of the people who are given this land have failed to pay. So those lands are supposed to be repossessed. And if repossession is taken by government, we are talking of a population of not less than 8 million Kenyans who are going to be homeless. When this was brought to the attention of Parliament, a task force was created, and that task force went and interviewed those Kenyans who said they cannot be able to pay. That task force report was tabled before the cabinet. The cabinet, sitting on 11th of November, agreed with the task force to waive all those loans, all those penalties for only 12 months, starting from 11th of November. Today we are standing here, is 3 months. That cabinet memo is hidden. It has never been given to the media. It has never been given to the public. No step has been taken to implement that memo. Sheria Mtaani managed to get that classified document, which will change the totality of Kenyans in this country. I want to read the cabinet memo for the benefit of the country, so that Kenyans will know that this is their cabinet that passed this resolution. It says, and the media, at the meeting of 11th of November, the cabinet endorsed the waiver of interest and penalties on outstanding land settlement loans to ease the financial burden on low-income settlers and advance the bottom-up economic transformation agenda. The decision follows recommendations by the Land Settlement Fund of Trustees, which noted many settlers have been unable to repay accrued interest due to economic hardships and challenges affecting agricultural productivity. The waiver will benefit thousands of settlers in 520 settlement schemes in 26 counties, covering an accumulated portfolio of Kenya shillings 12.3 billion. 12.3 billion. Beneficiaries will now be able to obtain title deeds, use them as collateral for investment, and regularize land accounts that have been in arrears for decades. The measure aligns with the government's ongoing efforts to resolve historical land injustices, enhance agricultural productivity, and unlock land-based economic value. That is what was passed by cabinet. It has been hidden from the Kenyans. We now have invoked Article 10 of the Constitution that whatever the government has must be made public, and we have called for measures. One, the implementation of this to be devolved to every sub-county land registry. Because if they want to implement this and insist that to be done at Ardhi House in Nairobi, these 8 million Kenyans will not be able to be served from Nairobi. Two, we are demanding that the government now, because already 3 months are over, extends the duration from the remaining 9 months to at least 2 years for this to be done. And lastly, sensitization, all vernacular radio and TV stations, so that the public is aware of this. All the chiefs should publicly hold barazas to inform the public what the citizens have to benefit from. Failure to which, as because they have failed, we went to court and we expect direction to come, because this is a government decision. It is one government decision that has made a decision called the cabinet, but other government decisions have failed to comply with this. Unless there is any question.